afternoon. It's a Saturday, it's sunny. I've spent that day with the family, so I have an hour. Let's crack on with messing around with the old Morris Minor. I'll quickly turn the camera around, show you what I was up to, show you what I plan to do. May do this video over a couple of days because it's not long today and it's more potting around tomorrow really. Yeah, that's it. Let's get on with it. So this is where we got to. Refreshing myself really, actually. No, pretty pleased with it. Tidied up, tidied up, tidied up. Need to tidy up around here a bit more. My main objective today is to keep grinding away at this. Take off some of this thicker material, but more importantly, have a little butcher's in there. As a refresher, we've got that bolt there, which should be holding on the... So there should be a captured thread inside there for the shock absorber, or Armstrong shock absorber, and it isn't doing anything. So a couple of videos ago, messing around and it just pulls out. The best way to look into there, I think, is to get into there. So that's the plan. So a bit more messing around and then we'll get the things in, have a proper look. All right, so just pulling this back a little bit further, seeing what metal I want to keep, what I don't. Pretty, oh sorry, I think I'm about where I need to be, so I've just cut this part off here a little bit. Let's have a look inside together. Ooh, no one's ever looked in here for decades. It's so exciting. Oh, look at that. What a bloody mess. I promise you, this had nothing to do with me. Don't know what you... Oh. Look at that. Let's see if we can get some light on the subject. So there's a random nut, look, just floating around there. You can't see that. There you go. Look, it's like parged in. Can you see that at the back? Sort of just splodged in some welds and some old stick there to try and capture the nut. It's obviously fallen away and they've just ignored it. What a mess. What an absolute mess. It's going to need a bit of work, isn't it? Well, I'm going to turn the light off and I'm going to see if I can work things out. Goodness me. That's not good. I found a bit of a horror show. Well, it really is a total disgrace in there. So I pulled out loads of old welding wire. You can see, there you go, and just general crap. Now, you can see better in there now. So one of, can you see? There you go, I don't know if you can see. It's hard to get both focused. So that stud there that's remaining, that's been chopped back, that's been welded into the back plate. So I can't really do anything with that. I mean, out of all the ones I've had to bloody cut is the one that I have to just weld it in. I mean, well, I'm not the idiot here. Now, if you look at my previous videos, I've bought a big pack of nuts and bolts, all from Morris Minor. Now, these are the ones for the, so I'm trying to keep the camera still, for the front shock absorbers. And as you will see, whoever put these in has buggered it up, like big time. That thread is screwed. That thread's screwed, and oh, we've got one thread that's not screwed. That'd be nice. No, that one's screwed as well. They're all knackered. I think, I don't know if it was the garage, I don't know who did it, but it's been tapped and dyed out with the wrong nuts. Sorry, the wrong thread. So I suppose, I mean, I've got two choices now. One is to consult Phoebe to see what she thinks. Phoebe? Phoebe, darling? Excuse me, we're talking to you. Yes, you. What do you think we should do? She says we probably should do it properly and reattach these back plates and cut it all out and fabricate it. Or option B, which I'm not too keen on doing, but it works and is easier for me. Oh no, see, that doesn't work. It's even, no, I'm talking crap. So even the old nut doesn't fit. That's right. Sorry, bolt doesn't fit. They had nuts on the back. So you can see these are no good either. Okay. So I'm going to do some, I'm going to call it, not call it a day, but there's obviously a little bit of branching in the road right now. I need to, look, actually this is where I could really do some advice. Anyone that knows anything about these back plates and what we can do, and if this is a common solution, let me know. I'm going to trawl the internet. I'm not sure. What concerns me, I don't know how these back plates are attached to this box section. Okay, stay there. Focus on that. So, am I stuck with this? Might be, mightn't I? Might be stuck with this. How about the one at the back? Is that? Well, the one at the back's even worse. It's got a big bloody weld running in it. Obviously, got this horrible welding up here. So I've got another opportunity for access there. But then, if these are welded in place, which I can only assume they are, then what is the solution? Is the solution? I might have the solution. I'll do some measuring. Is the solution to get another plate, or see if anyone fabricates, or I fabricate another plate that this can go through and sit into the back here. And then that makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to do some internet sleuthing and let you know what I think. Probably not going to do any more work right now because it turns out we're going to meet up with some friends, but I can bring some stuff in, tell you what I've been looking at and any ideas. I'm going to have a quick look now. So I've got let's have a look. Let's just have a quick look together. Where in this pile of shite is a shock absorber? Here is a shock absorber. So I want to see some thread. So there's the shock absorber. This bolt passes through, and we want to see. I want to see maybe 7.5 mil, something like that. So I want to see. I want to see maybe 10 mil of thread. I don't know what I want to see. Let's have a look. That's going to bolt in. Bolt. Okay, so that's probably. I think we're going to be all right. That's going to be enough to get onto the plate that's there now, and then loads. And maybe that's the solution. Just put another like plate with the threaded sections in behind the one that's already there. That is the solution, isn't it? So that will go all the way through. That will go all the way through. That will go. Why is it getting stuck now? Oh, good. That's as far as it needs to go. So yeah, that can go through. That can go through. That can go through. And then this one, that bloody bolt is welded in position. Unbelievable, isn't it? So I might be able to bust that weld out by cranking it off or drilling it out or just general pissing around. That's something for later. So I'm going to see if I can get some plates now. And then I don't have to, yeah, that is what I'm going to do. Can I get to that one? I think I could be able to get to there. I've got access here. Ooh, hello. And if needs be, I can come in from the top. But I think I can get in there. All right. Well, video certainly took a change in direction, but I'm going to go away, have some research and bring you back in, maybe share my screen or something. Right, it's the next day. Research has been done. Seems like quite a common defect. Not common, but not unheard of defect to have these sort of retaining plates shredded to pieces, usually because people have over tightened them, or they can work loose apparently, and again the vibration can knacker it out. So I am left with a pickle, and I think I know what I need to do. So I think I left it the last time. I think I've got enough length on the bolts to get all the way through and past everything, so I need to fabricate some more plates. But before I can do that, well, actually, before I fabricate them, I'm going to make a couple of phone calls tomorrow because today's Sunday, so I can't really get any advice from any of the suppliers. If they're not made, I feel quite confident in making some of my own. But before I can do that, I've something else I've got to do. So my little job for today is to tackle this bolt here. Now I cut this off because I couldn't undo it when I was taking the suspension off. I've got a teeny little bit of meat left there to put something on and maybe crank it off, or I could maybe weld a nut on, and then undo it that way, or I could drill it out. There's lots of options. The problem I've got, let me go and get, sorry, I wasn't particularly prepared. Let's get this. The problem I've got is that it's kind of, you can't see as well as I can see, unfortunately. It's kind of welded on, there you go. And I say kind of, it's just a big splodgy knot. So I'm hoping that it hasn't really grabbed very well, and that actually I might be able to force it off. It also leads me to believe that I also need to somehow get that big splodgy knot off, because I've got to, I need that to be flush, like this one, so that when I crank it up, it's going to sit flat. So yeah, a bit of faffing around today. I'm going to try and, oh yeah, so that's it really. I'm going to mess around and I'll bring the camera in when there's something to show, but right now it's a bit of head scratching and maybe a few phone calls in the morning. Right, well, looking at it closer, this is actually quite a tricky little challenge. The so I don't know if you can see, it's tricky for me to show you. So you see there the oh, there you go. So that blob is welded right onto the neck, to the edge of the thread. It's actually the thread that you can really see there. So I now need to, try to get it in focus for you. There you go. So how am I going to do that? You can sort of see the thread. It's a big horrible blob. Looking at it closer as well, I think when they did it, they tackled it from here, massacred the box section here. So it's a right mess. It really is horrible. You can see where they drilled it out rather than cutting it out. I mean, it's just horrible, isn't it? So, cunning plan. It's going to take some time, but I've got, ages ago, I bought this finger sander, going, oh, this might come in handy, and bang, I think it's now coming in handy. I've turned the torch off, but you're going to have to just trust me. That reaches exactly where I need it to go. If I just sit there, stand for ages, I reckon I'll get that off. So that is the plan. If I can get that stud out, I'm a happy boy. Great news, it's working. I've only been on it a few seconds, really. That you can see in there. It's very tricky to film this, sorry guys. But I've managed to flatten off the top. I'm trying to get the camera, there you go. Flatten off the top. If I just carry on for another 10 minutes or so, I reckon I'm going to get there. So this is literally all I'm doing. Quick boring demo of me being boring. There you go, shove that in there. You spark. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to carry on doing that for a little while. And hopefully this stud can come out. 2 belts in, and I'm so sorry you can't see much here. There you go. Ooh. There you go. So it's quite flat now. I've got about 4 belts left. 3, 1, 2, 4. I reckon I'll get through this. Been at about half hour, so goodness, there you go. Yeah, you can't really see what I'm seeing. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going a little bit longer, and then I reckon I can give that a whack and get it all sorted. So that's the plan. I'll bring you back in when I'm fairly happy with it. All right, I think we're nearly there. Where's my light gone? There it is. So it's gone. I've sanded it all out. It's flat now. Bit of smoke. Now it's not totally flush, but I'm going to give this a little tap with the old hammer of truth. Let's see if we can get this stud out. So there it is. Let's see how we get on. Hey! Hey! I think we are good. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's it. So that's pushed through now. So hopefully we can push that all the way. Oh, so I'm trying to do things one-handed, so it's going to be a bit jiggly. Oh no, don't tell me it's hitting the back. I don't think it is, but... maybe I can pull it. Look at that. Did it. Fantastic. That's great. So now it's just a matter of fabricating some new plates. Does that go all the way through? Yes, it does. Does that? No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, yes, good. That goes all the way through. There and there. Fantastic. Right, well, that's mission accomplished. So it's a little step backwards, but it's a big step forwards. I do need to carry on sanding off in there just a little bit to make it nice and flush. But yeah, good stuff. Good. Oh, a little tidbit as well whilst researching this. The reason we've got loads of holes in different positions for... So looks like it's got 4 holes, you see, or 6 really. They did design this plate to have, apparently, a different type of shock absorber as well as the one that's on there. And that's why we've got these circular parts in there as well. That's where part of it mounted into, or maybe there's access for it. There's photos of the other shock absorbers, but there's much discussion on the internet and most minor forums that actually they never were fitted. So there you go, a little tidbit for you. But a big step forward, very, very happy. Life is very good. So there we go, that'll do for time being. Next little jobette, make some plates up. Need to find some metal and chat to the people that know better than me. So anyway, there you go, quite a short one, but thank you.